everyone, what's happening? We're back in action on Keeping Up with the Chaldeans. I'm Junior Binno along with my co-host Anthony Toma, and today we have some really cool guests on set today, Nick Kassab and Gabby Kassab from Gabby's Garden. This is Gabby's Garden if many of you have seen this logo, which is Gabby's Garden Natural Food, and we'll get into the natural food side later on. We'd like to welcome you both on and talk about the great product you guys have.
Thank you for having us.
How you guys both doing?
Thanks. We're good. We're good.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Glad to be here.
Good. Let's get into talking about what is Gabby's Garden, the start of it, and where you guys are today. So if one of you wants to kick it off.
So we are an all-natural wholesaler.
First of all, introduce yourselves so that we don't confuse who's Nick and who's Gabby.
So I'm Nick Kassab, and this is my daughter, Gabby.
Nice to meet you all.
And so we are an all-natural salad company. We're a wholesale salad company that produces all-natural salads. We have a line of salads. We're about 12 salads as of now.
Wow.
We don't use any type of preservatives or chemicals in our products, so we're all natural. Fresh squeezed lemon juice, olive oil, non-GMO oils at that.
Sure.
And we are mainly in upscale markets right now. We're selling to upscale markets.
Nice. And how did you start? I mean, it's a unique. It's a very nice.
A family-owned company.
Yes.
My parents, my mother is the recipe creator, and Dad kind of puts everything into production, which is really cool to see, like a small recipe go on like a larger scale.
Yeah.
Does Mom get paid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give Mom a shout out.
Take care
Give Mom a shout out. What's Mom's name?
Wasan Kassab.
Awesome.
Hi, Mom, if you're watching this.
She's the amazing chef in the family.
Awesome.
So all the recipes are hers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she creates all the recipes, all the salads, and then she'll give it to me, and then we mass produce it on a larger scale.
Do you have a taste tester? Do you mind if I maybe can sit down when she gives it to you? Can I sit with you that day?
Official taste
Listen,
tester.
I'll take half that problem away from you and just let me know when it's happening.
But I love being her taste tester. I've been her sidekick for 27 years now.
Yeah.
God bless, man. God bless.
We have been in the food industry for over 35 years.
Really? Prior to this, what was it?
Prior to this, we owned multiple restaurants in the past. You know, some of them, we were there for 5 years, some 10 years.
What's the name? So maybe we'd know them just to...
The last one was called Sizzle Inn. It was a 50-style diner.
Okay.
Wixom, you probably wouldn't go there.
That's, you know,
I live not far from
Oh,
there.
you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was our last restaurant. We were there for 10 years. Around 2010, we called it quits.
Okay.
What
kind of different menus did you have in these all these different restaurants? Like what kind of?
They were totally different than what we're doing now. We were doing grilled subs, sliders, fried food, and you know that was what was going on at the moment.
Right.
That's what we were doing, and about 2010 we kind of called it quits. The 2008 the economy kind of took a turn for the worse, and we said, you know, let's do something different. And I swear, 2010, I got out of the business. I said, I'll never go back to the food industry again.
Ever.
That's how it goes, right?
So this is kind of how it started. So 2010, I left the food industry. I took a 6-month break. I didn't do anything for 6 months. And after a while, my wife said, hey, it's time to get a job.
I'm sick and tired of you.
Get out of the house. So I went to work. I went to work for a wonderful family, the Johnny Carmo,
nice.
Market Square, Market Fresh.
Oh, perfect.
Wonderful people.
Yep.
I worked for their Market Fresh in Southfield, 13 in Southfield at the time. And so after a few months of being there, they made me like an assistant deli manager. And just before Mother's Day, the manager asked me to come up with a couple salads. And I said, well, my wife's got a couple salads that she makes for her sister. Maybe I can get the recipes for you. So later on that night, I went home and I talked to my wife and I said, hey, listen, Nick wants a couple new salads for Mother's Day. what do you think? Can I get your recipes?
Yeah.
And her words were, hell no.
Good woman.
She said, ask him if he wants to buy them.
Yeah, there you go.
So I went back the next day and I asked Nick if he'd like to purchase our
This is what I came up with. He's like, what the heck kind of salads are these? You made them.
He agreed. He agreed
Yeah.
to try our salads.
Okay.
You know, trial period.
Yeah.
So we did that.
Wow.
In the meantime, my wife's sister had developed breast cancer
Yeah.
prior to this. So my wife says, hey, what can I help you out with? You know, everybody's helping you out with the shopping, the house cleaning, the kids.
Yep. She helped with the food.
Yes.
My aunt, she like chose not to do chemo. She wanted to go like the all natural, organic juicing supplements way, and we respected that. So my mom was like her personal chef, we call it. So she was creating these raw salad recipes with like a great dressing, a high quality ingredients, and which are the recipes he then took along. But whenever like she'd make them for my aunt, we'd all try, and like everyone would be like, "You guys need to sell these. These are
awesome.
good."
Yeah.
But so that's kind of how this all started.
So I started bringing the salads there. We are actually making them in our kitchen at home.
Yep.
And we sold at least 150 pounds the first week. And the next thing I
funny,
know,
man.
the owner's son said, hey, can we get you into other stores?
Yeah.
And I said, wait a minute, I don't have a place. I would just close my restaurant of 10 years.
Yeah.
Give me
That's
a
how
minute.
It works.
Yeah.
So we quit that for a while till we found our place, the one on Commerce Road there. Started a little retail.
Yep.
Got it up and running. Took us a couple months, but we're back on track.
Yeah.
And then so we got into the rest of their stores.
Yep.
After that, we approached Papa Joe's.
Sure.
At the time, Hillers were all open. I
Yeah.
had all the Hillers, the Westbournes, the Better Healths,
Great.
the Nino Salvagios, and
then so how do people find it in the deli, in the cooler?
So-
Is it labeled Gabby's Garden?
So I brought this.
Yes.
It's actually like our grocer card.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That we supply those, so they're not using like their own.
Right.
And they say our name and the price, and that one's a blank one, but sometimes it says like the price
Even
per
the back
pound,
is cool.
ingredients on
Yeah,
the back,
on the back,
in
you-
case
you're able
like
to-
anyone has allergies or
But
concerns.
this is what's cool. But you didn't. You know, it's gluten free and vegan.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
try to get the customer to know that, recognize that
Sure.
a lot of people are eating vegan and gluten free.
It's a big market.
So on the
Yes.
front, we make sure that's on there, and on the back, we supply that for the retailer because of the employees need to know what's
Sure.
on the back.
You're educating them, which is smart.
Exactly.
You're educating the employee and the consumer to be able to be. You're making it so that it is. It's the same consistency across the same message. So whether it's an Anthony's supermarket or mine, I'm giving the same message
Right.
back, and you made that easier. On your place in Commerce that you were at, were you doing dual business? Was it retail a little bit, and you had the wholesale going on?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So I was able to come to you, pick up from there.
Yeah, we actually had a wider variety at our storefront. We had like sandwiches and soups and
And everything was vegetarian.
yeah, and
really?
we're like we've gotten so many requests to bring back the soup. So like in the future, that's like one of our launches is to do like vegan gluten-free soups.
Yeah.
We had like a quinoa chili, this good black bean lentil soup.
And
It
where
was
did those
awesome.
all come from? Like the recipes you're talking about, was it still mom was?
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
mom.
you gotta be kidding me. Miss
She's-
Kassab. I gotta get you in my kitchen.
She's amazing.
She's
Yeah.
We need
awesome.
that Keyman insurance on her.
So she's one of those people that
Yeah.
we come home from a trip up north,
Yeah.
and there's nothing in the fridge, and next thing you know, she's got something amazing.
Laid out, yeah.
You know, how did you do
Yeah, no
Where did this come from?
groceries.
No
Man,
groceries.
that's
So-
crazy.
Yeah, she's
She's-
awesome.
she's
She
like
knows
that.
how to do it. She's got the knack of flavor.
Yes.
You know, I always joke about this. I've said it in past episodes and stuff, but think about it. if she was having a bad day, it was either too salty, too peppery, it was under lemon, it was whatever it was. But when the moms have that good day, oh my God, it was mwah. You couldn't, you know what I'm saying? You could eat the whole thing and save the distita for the next day. You know
you can imagine going out to a restaurant with us.
Oh God,
it's so annoying.
Well, you're picking it.
Oh my God.
Tell us.
So, like, my mom will start, and then we all have become food critics.
Yes.
My little 15-year-old brother also is one.
What's his name?
Nolan.
Nolan.
And my sister Mackenzie. So we all literally are annoying. Mom will be like, "This is too salty. The service is bad. This is too oily. This is too bland." And we're like, "We're never coming here." And my mom, "Oh, this is her best line. I can make this better." I'm like, "Oh my God, we know."
And just curious, she ever walk back to the kitchen and just give the chef a nudge to say, "Hey, man"?
She would love to.
Oh,
Okay.
this is her
Trust
favorite
me.
line, actually. "I'm in the food industry."
She will let him have it.
Oh, that's okay though.
She will
What,
let him.
In a
what-
nice way.
What's
Yeah,
her
making-
maiden name? Like, what family did she come from?
She's Jarawa.
Jedward? Okay.
Nice.
Yes.
Powerful people.
Yes.
Very strong-willed people.
So
Yes.
she's so you handle the front end to
Yes.
say, like, with all the stuff that you got going on. She
handles the back end.
that's what I'm saying. Is it both of you two, or do you, like, how does this family chemistry work?
So,
Because it can happen where you step on each other's toes, and we're
me
very
and my mom, like,
Yeah.
me and my dad get along at work for the most
Yeah. Well, so me and her have worked together for so long.
Sure.
We know our
Your
place.
daughter and yourself, or your wife?
Me and my wife.
Okay, so
Yes.
you know how to. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
she knows what she's got to do in the
Yep.
business, and I know what I have to
Sure.
do. So I basically go out after the sales, and Gabby here does a lot of the marketing.
Yeah, I do a lot of, like, the meeting with the graphic designer, like the Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn,
Sure.
kind of coordinating events and
The demoing.
the demos that we set up at the markets.
Yeah.
I'm the one to call the stores for their orders and kind of, put the numbers in, like,
Yep.
an Excel and hand it to my production crew. Mom does, like, bookwork, and she just like oversees everything.
Good.
She
Good
calls
dynamics.
herself like
We're really involved in the company.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yep.
mean, I wear many hats.
so do
I could be in sales one day, a couple days a week. I'm in the mixing room with the guys.
Yeah.
Not everybody knows the recipes.
Sure.
There's only a couple of us that do.
And you don't want to give that out.
And I'm one of them, so I'm involved.
Nice.
Yeah.
We keep an eye on everybody. We have a great crew that works for us.
Yes.
They've all been there quite a few years with us.
Yeah.
And we're always looking for new help.
Perfect.
Yes.
That's what I was going to say.
Yes.
Let's talk about, you guys were three of you when you started. Your wife, yourself, you, just the three of you, was it?
No, we had a couple other employees helping us out.
But I'm saying the original start
original,
was when
yes.
you started servicing. It was you three working it, and then it built off to a couple employees at the commerce location.
Yes.
Yes.
How many are employed under you guys at this point in time?
We're
How big are
about
you?
13. Yeah, 13, 13 people.
And how large of a facility do you guys work out of?
Well, we went from 1,500 square feet.
Yep.
You've seen
Yep.
Lena's place
Yep.
to 10,000 square feet.
Wow.
Yes.
So you grew by 10 times more.
Yes, and we have the capacity to
That's huge.
grow
It's
quite a
not
bit.
10 times, man.
Huh?
1,500 and 10,000?
Yeah, 10 times over. Well, okay,
A little less.
eight times over. We'll just say. But you grew into a good amount, and you're now at this. And how long have you been in that facility for?
2 years.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and you've seen a big difference, obviously, now by production and
We
everything.
love it. We have space. We have our huge coolers. We actually work in a cooler.
Yeah,
Okay.
a children.
I'd love to
Yeah.
work there too.
Yes.
I hate being warm, you
Yeah.
guys.
Really?
So, yeah,
That's the guy.
yeah, that's
Oh my
I would not mind.
It's
being
not for everybody. We get employees that come in. Recently, we had a lady, one of our own, come in there. She has only been here probably a year or two. That's another thing with us. If you want to come work for us, you don't have to speak English.
Yeah, because we're not dealing with retail
Mhm.
customers, so it's kind of like do your prep work.
Yeah.
It's easy to peel carrots or
Yeah.
whatever. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
we hire
so she
a lot.
wanted to see our work environment. So she came by, her and her daughter, and I showed her around, and she said, "Oh, this is not bad.
Yeah.
The temperature is 51 degrees in there, not unlike our other coolers that are at 36, which is a little colder." So, but we're geared up. You come inside our coolers, and it's a lab.
Yeah.
Hairnets, lab coats, boots, beard nets. We're we take a lot of precaution.
Yeah.
Making our products, we're constantly
quality
inspecting.
Control.
Yep.
We're really big on that.
Well, it seems like you have to be, right? Because when you guys first started the interview off, you said, being vegan, gluten, it's fine, we get that. But you mentioned about non-GMO olive oil. You're talking about taking fresh squeezed lemon every day. You're talking about peeling carrots and putting it, you know what I'm saying? So it's not machinery that we're talking here. You have an assembly of human beings assembling these products, breaking these products down. And, I've seen a company in the past go through this, and it had to do with the whole onion thing and their salsa and stuff. So explain to people the importance of what Freshness does to your product.
Yeah, well, so we do have people that peel the carrots and the onions and stuff. A lot of our vegetables are cleaned by hand.
Okay.
None of them come pre-clean, pre-washed. We don't cut corners. Like, it's literally the bag. They get peeled, they get cut, they get washed, they get strained or what have you, and then they're put into like a processing machine that chops them into the fine squares, so it looks unison. Because if someone's chopping cucumbers huge and he's chopping them small, it's not gonna look good.
Uniformity, You guys remember that movie when Robert De Niro said, "You got too many blueberries in this muffin, less blueberries in this muffin, so you don't want to go more cucumbers and bigger." So good.
Well, so and then again, you don't want a lot of production companies, food facilities, they want less human contact with the product, because that's you'll have a human error. A piece of glove, a piece of plastic from something that might go into the food unnoticed. So for the most part, our crew does do a lot of the cleaning of the produce and washing, but then we have a nice processor that we purchased a couple years ago from Indiana, and that processes all our product. I mean, when you're cleaning, cases and cases of kale, it's hard to process in little processors. So this thing is almost like a wood chipper. You put it in one end and it comes out the other. It helps us, as we grow. But we're very picky with our products. I mean, we inspect our vegetable, constantly inspecting our machines, because you never know when a piece of metal or plastic will go into that. We're actually looking at a metal detector to run the tubs through, because you got
to think about that.
Absolutely got to do that. So we're big on quality.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, our produce company, they love us, but they hate us as well. Because if we're not happy with our product, it's going right back.
Nothing wrong with that, though. You're looking out for your consumer, right?
Absolutely. And like I said, we're not afraid to send things back. And so it shows up in our products.
Can I touch on that then? Do you locally source any of your products? Like, are you locally sourcing any vegetables or any of your lettuce or kale or any of that stuff?
So in the summertime,
yes,
we use a lot of product from Michigan.
It depends on the season.
Yes. Yeah. For sure. Do you promote it that way and let people know during those seasons that it's...
We do. Okay. We do, especially when we're doing our demos during the spring and summer. But this time of the year, everything's coming from out of state.
From
California, from Florida.
Yeah, you can't freeze anything and use it later. It just doesn't work.
No, but what you'd be surprised is crazy is lettuce can be grown all year here, outdoors. As long as you make a nice casing or whatever, what it is, by the time you take it by, say, in the morning or by noon you go pick it, you thawed out enough because you're still have enough lighting to come through. So, seeing stuff like that would be cool with them, you know what I mean? Because more locally sourced, and it just, it's that impact,
Right.
Absolutely.
People are a little more conscious these days to...
That's like my mom's dream. She wants a greenhouse with her own garden.
Very cool.
maybe
We
that could
we
be
do that.
future plans.
We do that. We
Ideas
do
like
about
that.
28 raised beds in my back of my store.
No
We do
way.
28 raised beds. In the summertime, we grow organic, but it's to give away.
Right.
Oh.
It's
Oh.
not to sell or
Very
anything.
nice.
It's whoever from the community wants to grab, whoever
Yeah.
we see like homeless out driving when you're out and about, you pack the box
Yes.
up.
That's
But
awesome.
you know, you guys, if you have the ability in the back, we'll show you how to do it. It's you know, if you have
Yeah.
space.
I would love to
Yeah.
one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right now, it's a little impossible.
It's time
for us.
consuming.
Yeah.
Believe me, it's
Yeah.
time
They're in
consuming.
growth. They're in growth mode right
Yeah.
now. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So growth mode. So who's your target customer? What are you looking for? Who would this product or service be perfect for? Like out there.
So we're like very versatile with our product. We sell to mostly, like we said, upscale markets, but we're totally looking for, you know, cute new places in Detroit, like coffee shops or like quick places for lunch or juice bars, gym cafes, Lifetime, we're in Powerhouse in West
All of them?
Bloomfield.
Okay, okay. Yep.
Does Novi sell them too?
No, they used
They
to
used
when
to.
Lena was there. So, yes, they do. Actually, they do.
They do. I think she sends some there.
But our product will work anywhere.
Okay.
It'll work anywhere. I mean,
We sell to locations in the
colleges.
airport. Yeah.
Yeah.
hospitals can use this product. And I think in the near future, we are going to be pre-packaging
Okay.
in the smaller containers.
Yes.
Right now, we're selling bulk. Sometimes people...
And that's this, right?
That's the bulk, yes. And then our retailers turn around and they either pre-package it or they put it in bowls and platters. But our thing is well, when you go shopping, do you actually have time to stand at the deli counter sometimes? You're in a hurry.
Right.
In and
You
out.
want to
yeah.
grab and go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we're looking into pre-packaging smaller containers.
Yeah. AT, listen to all this that comes in this. This is a cabbage crunch salad. Listen to all the healthy stuff comes in here. Cabbage, cucumbers, red peppers, yellow peppers, red onion, parsley, jalapenos, lemon juice, olive oil blend, red wine, cayenne, mint, sumac, sea salt.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
brought you guys samples, so I hope you're
Yeah.
hungry.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll tear it
yeah,
up.
yeah. Trust me.
You're gonna love them.
We've been on the go since this morning.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, we know what's out there. We know our competitors, and we don't like to brag, but our product
It's
is
awesome.
really nice.
That's
We've
confident.
heard- we've
Quality, the amount of ingredients that we put in ours. We use fresh mint, fresh dill, fresh cilantro. We don't cut any corners.
Right.
We don't.
Yeah.
I've heard, I mean, from numerous people. I mean, everyone raves about the salad, about the products, about the freshness, about the nutritional value and all that stuff that they get out of it. And
Yes.
you brag about, you know, being on their diet and I just go grab a tub of the
Yeah.
Gabby's garden and
It's awesome.
that's my diet. You know, it's
Yes.
it's unbelievable.
So wasn't it in pre-packed before the tubs came? Weren't you guys in some packaging out there, or was that when you guys were at Commerce? You were making it like that
So
available?
it was at
Yeah.
Commerce. Some stores actually, like I know the Nino Salvagios, they put some in their deli case and some they pre-package it themselves
with your sticker.
with their label, but it says Gabby's.
Gabby's.
Yeah.
With our tags are in the front, but
So people ask me that. Do you worry about that? Does that bother me if our retailers don't use our name or our label? And what I tell them is that Jack Aronson from Garden Fresh once told me, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
As long as
They're
the
buying.
check comes
Yeah,
in.
they're
they're
buying.
buying.
Yeah, the recognition
What
is,
do you
is
care?
last. Yeah, the recognition.
No, we do
branding
want the
is branding
Branding
is valuable.
is valuable.
Branding
It is
definitely
very valuable.
Right.
But at the end of the day,
But you're not going to not sell it to them because they don't.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
they're white labeling is what they're doing.
yes.
And they're taking it and they're white
No,
labeling.
they're because they're still using gas.
Not all of them, he's saying. He's saying not
Oh,
all
not
of
all
them
of
do it.
them.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah,
Okay.
not all of them. So what
Not
it
all
is
of them.
it gets into your
Yeah, in the
store,
store, right.
And we just put it out there like we made it.
But to me, I think like the way you've established yourself, I think it's foolish of them not to
Yeah.
push that it is Gabby's.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I know.
I agree
Exactly.
with you. You're right.
Well, we had one CEO tell me that he says, "Well, Nick, you know, I'd love to use your tags on our salad, but I got 4 people back there wearing chef coats, and how is that going to look
Yeah.
if I have your
My
name
chefs and
and your salads.
and the best product is not from one of my four chefs.
From within the house.
So
funny.
once again, we're okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
Still selling.
as long as the sales, the numbers are there,
Yeah.
we're happy with that, and it's okay. A lot of our stores use our products in different ways. They use them in their catering. If they have
holiday
a
catering.
platter, they'll use our products with it. They actually meal plan and they use our products.
Yep.
Beautiful.
We have
Papa Joe's upstairs, Bistro Joe's, the restaurant was using them as like a side dish
wow.
with like a wrap. So it's I know Nino's is doing like a wrap on their like grab and go menu. They use one of our, I think the Kale tabbouleh.
that Cabbage Crunch.
Yeah.
I've heard some of them use it on their their fish tacos.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
It's
Makes
like
sense.
a coleslaw
Yeah.
with no mayo kinda.
Yeah.
So it's a healthy way of living.
Honestly, they're really like, everyone just thinks you have to sit there and eat the bowl of salad. Like, I put our black bean quinoa, it's black bean, corn, cilantro, quinoa, a bunch of spices. I use it like in my omelet. Or
Smart move.
I warm up another, we have a pasta salad that I warm up too. It's awesome.
Yep. Could be used in many ways.
You mentioned office wrap parks too, where they put it in their salads, a salad bowl, or their prepared salads or something like that.
I'm sorry.
Office parks or something. Office delis or something.
Yeah, office delis. We would like to be in there. Some of them have like cafes where you grab
cafe,
and go.
that's what I was looking at.
Chris
Yeah.
Thomas.
Chris Thomas, yeah.
Yeah.
He has a couple cafes.
Are they in there?
We just got off the phone with him.
Oh, good.
Chris
Yeah.
T?
Yeah.
Chris Thomas, yeah. He's
I
got a
know
couple
the cafes.
cafeterias in office buildings. One in Pontiac and one on Maple and Stevenson.
Yeah.
I got to keep up with the Chaldeans a little better.
Yeah, so
One is HAP and one is mortgage.
Shore Mortgage.
Shore,
Yes, yeah.
And he's got a good handle on food too. Chris has been doing food for a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah, Rudy's.
Yeah,
They're doing
Rudy's.
the whole rebranding everything to Rudy's.
Yes.
So everything's going to be Rudy's Market.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Very good.
Nice.
Very good. So.
Nice. Question for you.
Yes.
This tub comes in, today is Tuesday. How long is this fresh for? Like, what's the expected time that it would last?
So we give our stores 7-day shelf life.
Okay.
But the thing is that we're calling them every 3 days or so.
Okay.
We're sending out 2 orders a week.
Okay.
So we ask our retailers not to over order.
Right.
Keep it fresh.
Keep it fresh.
We'll bring you out product every 3 days.
So,
Gabby calls Monday, they
Yep.
get their order Tuesday. She
Yeah.
calls them Thursday, they get their order Friday.
and you're getting, it's coming in wet, right? Or do they put this,
I think about 6 of our salads have dressing on the side.
Okay.
Or no, not 6, like 3,
Yes.
4.
Uh-huh.
And the rest are mixed, but the ones that are pre-mixed have a better like
Handle.
withholding.
Yeah, they don't get wilted or they
Right,
get,
like the Kale tabbouleh that's dressing on the side, the Cabbage dressing on the
Yep.
side. The stores will mix them on the spot, but the ones with like the beans and lentils, carrots, like
Sure.
those ones are
Good
hold
to
up
go.
a little bit
Yep.
better. So,
good to
yeah.
go. So right now, you guys told us you're looking for us to, for us as a community or whoever it is, just to be able to get the word out. We want to get you more into, like you were saying, office style cafes
Right.
or delis. What other things would you want to see Gabby's in? Because you are in some major chains right now. So
Yeah.
We are, we've had people ask us to get into Kroger. And of course, Kroger is huge.
Sure.
So
and a pain in the rear a little bit. too,
yeah,
to deal
yeah. So that's just a totally different beast there.
Yep.
So our goal is to work on HPPing the product. That'll add shelf life to our product.
Why don't you explain what HPP means?
HP is high pressure packaging, and what that is they take your product, a sealed product, and they put it in a barrel, and they put it right through this machine. This machine fills up with cold water. They hit the switch, and then it simulates the same amount of pressure as dropping into 1,000 feet of water. The lower you go, the more pressure.
So the
So
bacteria gets killed.
Bacteria,
at-
microorganisms.
at a very low point.
And so that way, nothing grows inside,
Right.
and it adds shelf life to your product. So
Naturally.
naturally, going back to Garden Fresh,
Yes.
that's what he did. For a while, Jack was sending his product to Wisconsin and then bringing it back, HPP'd. So after a while,
you'd say it's because you're sending it, so you're taking a couple days and then
Right.
a couple days
Right.
back, so
Yeah.
and
Losing
it's
some
adding
freshness.
life. That's
Yeah.
that's insane.
so he finally got his own and started doing all his own product
Yeah.
in Ferndale and adding the shelf life. So then he has that shelf life where he can go to the East Coast to the West Coast
Sure.
and not worry about it. That's how he grew
Sure.
so
Right.
fast. And
And what will that
So-
do to your products? How much extra life?
so instead
We've
of
tested it, haven't we?
it's gone to 21 days.
Wow.
7 days to 21 days.
That's
That's
awesome.
huge.
Well-
Sorry, I don't mean.
Yes.
But what I wanted to touch on was that's big because carbon footprint is big. So now Gabby's garden doesn't have to open up in Arizona to start taking care of that side of the country and so forth,
Right.
because this freshness allows you to do it from here and just fire off anywhere in the country. And even if it gets there 3-4 days, it's okay. You're still
Yeah.
in line with your
Yeah,
freshness.
and then again, once you get into the bigger markets, you need that shelf life
Yeah.
on your product because if I send product out to Kroger or the bigger chains, it's going to sit there. If I send my product to a distributor such as Carmango or La Prairie or
Yep.
U.S. Foods, it's going to sit a day or two in their warehouse before they ship it out. So, we're sticking to the wholesale part of it for our upscale markets, and the pre-packed we're going to go to Kroger's
Sure.
with the pre-packed. I think that would be the
Even
route
like
to
the
go.
coffee shops, the juice bars.
Yeah.
They don't have big kitchens.
Yeah, so the grab and goes would be great. The
Yeah.
prepackaged.
And you
would be
can't
great.
HPP everything.
You cannot.
You can't.
Why?
Like kale, you can't HPP that. It breaks down. It turns into mush.
Right.
So it has to be solid. Lentils, carrots, cucumbers,
Yep.
the peppers,
So I think about only like half of our salads worked.
HPP.
Yeah, HPP. We have 12. I think only 6 worked.
You guys, I want to
Yeah.
question before
We
Mom.
gotta get Weston moving.
I know.
Well, new products. New
Yeah.
products. We
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about new products coming up. We have dressings that we're also working on.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
We make all our own dressings. So
All right.
What are some of them?
Every
What flavors?
every
Like, what's
We have
salad.
like a kale tabbouleh dressing, which is like your basic, lemon, sumac, mint, sea salt, and then we have a Mediterranean grain dressing, which is like kind of the same base with a few extra like fresh garlic in there.
Dijon.
Dijon. And then we make this awesome, everyone's begging us to bottle this. It's a tahini dressing. We have a tahini kale salad. So it's a vegan, gluten-free dressing, but it's creamy. So it kind of like tricks the vegans.
Yeah.
They don't get creamy things often. So it's tahini. There's Dijon, like apple cider vinegar. It's just
Sounds great.
delicious.
It's a little on the sweet side.
Yeah, it's like a sweet
Yeah.
but like savory. It's and you can use it as like a dip.
And they'll be able to find these dressings right along where Gabby's products are.
Yes, so
Hopefully.
we're getting into the packaging
Yep.
on that real soon, and that will be with our label.
Good. Preservative free on that one too, or how are you guys doing that one?
We're going to do that preservative free.
Yep.
We're going to our product will be refrigerated.
Okay.
So you won't see it on
Yep.
the shelf.
Okay.
It won't last a year.
Yep.
Like some of these dressings.
Well, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Just so they know, because you talked about it and you emphasized it. What's so important about being preservative free and natural? So they know.
I mean, have you looked at some of the labels out there? It's crazy. Some of the products that you look at, you can't even pronounce what's on the back.
Sure.
Right.
I mean, for years, I grew up in the grocery store business.
Yes.
I'm sure you guys did. And what was in your deli case? You had your potato, macaroni, and coleslaw.
Yeah.
All mayo based. It could last up to a month and a half. That was the.
chocolate
Do you remember
pudding.
that?
I mean, banana- I mean,
and guess
no,
what? It was 69 cents a
banana.
pound.
Yeah.
Do you
Banana
remember
pudding.
that?
Yeah.
Okay, we all did that.
Yeah.
It's different now.
Yes.
People are health conscious. They want to look at the label. They want to be able to know exactly what's in there.
Mm-hmm.
And we also just came out with our nutritional labels.
Yes.
Because for years we were doing the wholesale part, and here in Michigan, if you're doing bulk, you don't have to have a nutritional label
Okay.
on it. But we're pre-packaging soon. So if you go on our website, you'll see all our nutritional labels for our products.
Good for
Soon.
you.
Yeah. Soon.
At the
Yeah.
end of
It's-
this week.
It's a major need, right?
It
It's
is.
like
Absolutely.
Everyone wants to
absolutely.
know, like you said, the health conscious person.
And you know what? There's all those, like, sorry to cut you
No,
off,
no, you
the
don't.
diets and, like, these fads, like the keto and the Jenny Craig and the Weight Watchers. Like, people need to track their points, but they eat our stuff, and they're
Yep.
like, well, we're not going to break down 16 ingredients to put in our fitness pal, whatever.
Yep.
So I think it was, like, necessary.
Good.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
it's exciting.
Yeah.
Good. And you guys, any affiliation with Lena, or do you guys work with each other? I mean, or do anything? Does she buy from you guys? And
Yes.
everything?
She-
Okay,
yeah,
so
she-
people can find your products at Lena's places
Yes,
as
at
well.
Clean
Everything-
Eats on
Clean Eats.
Commerce.
Yeah.
She took over our old storefront. She
Yeah.
does like awesome meal preps.
Mm-hmm.
She sells our salads.
You could find our products at Market Square on Walnut and Inkster.
Sure.
You could find us at Better Health food stores. Not to mention all the bushes, local
Yes.
bushes.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Village Market, the Randazzos, Holiday Markets.
We have some wonderful retailers,
Yes.
and
Sounds like
the
it.
owners are amazing. We got Larry and Steve Nager at Village in Grosse Pointe.
Oh, yeah.
They do wonderful with our products. We got Mark Garmo.
Stevie B. That's what we call him.
Stevie.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Mark Garmo is great. They're at the Village there in Grosse Pointe as well. They do wonderful.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a lot of nice partners
Sure.
that we deal with here.
Restaurants, you said too. You work with any restaurant at this time?
We don't really have any restaurants.
The only one is that the Highland House in
yeah,
yes.
on M59.
Yeah.
Yes, Highland House.
That's a beautiful facility
It's
he put
really
together.
nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
he tore the
Yeah.
whole thing down. I think he invested between $4 or $5 million to put that whole thing back together.
Nice
Yeah.
nice
Yeah.
guy. They carry our product in their grab and go for the summer because they get a lot of people going to the parks and beaches.
Yeah.
So it's a great place to if you're out there that
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
We do have a place in Milford as well, Calasantes.
Okay.
We have
Yeah.
about 5 different locations in Ann Arbor that we sell to.
When you're out in Milford next time, stop by Sweetwater's.
yes.
Yep, it's Rico Abro just opened it up over there.
Okay.
I'm sure he'd be happy to carry some of your guys' stuff. He has a little casing in there. It's a very nice place he put together. But visit him. Just tell him we mentioned it for you
Thank
guys
you.
to stop by there.
Thank
but
you.
Yeah, it'd be cool to.
Sure.
Isn't that cool? Like to see like it's not just like this small area. It's like you're in Wixom now.
Yeah.
You're
Oh, yeah.
you're all the way to these areas down
Everywhere.
to you're everywhere, and that's
Well,
a big.
we were at Metro Airport. We were going away to Mexico, and we walked into a couple of our retailers that sell our products. It's nice to see, the pilot and the flight attendants buying your product
Yes.
before they get on the
Yes.
plane, and it's
Yes.
pretty neat to see that. It's
feel
nice
good.
to have retail space and actually not pay the retail
Yeah.
the rent
The retail
there.
premium.
Yes.
Of course, of course. So you guys do wonderful things with your product. So you've got to have some people that approach you to help them out. So I know you mentioned earlier you work with some sports teams that you guys do stuff with too.
Yes.
As well. What's that program like, or what do you guys do for them? You know.
Well, that's it's a pro team here in Michigan.
Detroit.
They approached us.
Sure.
Yeah, we have people that approach us. They wanted something healthier for their
The team?
Their
team.
players' meal plan.
Because exactly, they have a meal plan. So Gabby takes care of them more than I do, so she could probably
Awesome.
fill you in on that.
I mean, they just order, a few times a week. Sometimes they skip when they're not at their
At
home.
home.
Yep.
So which is cool, but they're taking a break till the spring.
Sure.
So we'll get started back up with them in the spring.
So they're going to be hungry.
Yeah,
Yes.
they are.
Yeah.
They've been hibernating.
And do you go in, deal with like a particular, like, is there a department that you work with that, like, is there like the trainers that you work with, or how do you?
No, it's a
It's-
company that feeds them. It's a
Okay.
management company.
Got you.
And they're the ones that
Reach
approached us.
But I think she deals with like their nutritionist
Right.
and like
Yes.
the health
Yep.
end of the team.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's
Got
it's
it.
nice to
Yes.
be part of that. You know, a lot of pro athletes are going vegan, plant-based.
Yes.
There's quite a few out there.
The NBA, I think,
The
just
NBA.
announced that it's going vegan. And
No way.
Kyrie Irving.
You know, John Sally.
Yeah.
big-
Wait, what do you
big
mean by
vegan.
that? Like,
I
how
don't
does-
know. I saw something on that Kyrie Irving was pushing for his entire team to go vegan.
Okay, not the stadiums and stuff that they're
No,
performing
no,
in.
no, no.
You're just
No.
talking about as a
Players,
whole, as the players.
themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, it was talked about. Russell Simmons and Jay-Z were talking about this years ago. Jay tried
Well,
this out.
Russell Simmons is not in a positive light anymore.
Well, yes, but I'm saying like the vegan, it's been taken on. It's been taken on a trend here in the United States. It seems like
for sure.
So we do an event every year. It's called the Veg Fest.
Mhm.
It's usually in Novi at the Suburban Showplace. This
Mhm.
year they're doing it at is it TCF, the Cobo Hall?
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yes, they're moving it down
It's
there
kinda
this
bigger?
year. I think so. I think they're
Must
doing
be.
yeah. And so that attracts anywhere from 6,000 to 7,000 people.
Yeah.
We hand out close to 3,000 samples, as well as sell our
Yeah, of
products.
course. Yeah.
And you'll be surprised. I mean,
People come from out of state.
Yes.
Like it's like a
To
thing.
meet you guys to see what
Like,
it did. Yeah.
yeah, no, like there's other vendors. There's like vegan soaps
Yeah.
or dips or juices, but we can't bring all of our salads. They're not all vegan, but like people will drive from like
Market's huge.
everywhere.
Yep. That market, that
It's
niche market is
insane.
huge.
It
They
is.
come from all over to see you guys that create these products because it's like, again, it's back to what we said. It's like you're now more health conscious.
yeah.
Right.
Because you have so much resources now online and other things that you see.
Yeah.
Plus, life expectancy, I think, is not as long as it used to be, right? I think it's
Right.
shortened a little bit. So people are trying to push and extend that out a little bit.
Yeah, they come to us, and I'm no health professional or nutritionist, but sometimes I have people coming up to me and, oh, I've got this digestive problem, or I got this issue. Which one should I be eating? And we try to point them in the right directions. There's
sure.
a lot of people that are not vegan or vegetarian that want to just start eating healthy and
Yeah.
incorporate salads.
Yep.
How
Fresh.
can I get my protein? Some people, like the pure protein is so filling, you just need a little 8 ounce and it'll
Right.
fill you up.
Really?
So, for a senior citizen that doesn't have time and they want to get their protein, great salad for you.
Yeah.
The Kale is amazing. Lots of health
And,
potentials in that.
At the last event, me and Mackenzie went to. We met like this fitness coach, and she was like,
You were going like this. I'm not a
"Oh
fitness
no,
coach.
not yet." I was like gonna say the place where we went, but I
Okay,
forgot
okay.
what it was called.
No.
But she was a fitness coach, and she's like, my clients are so lazy, like they don't want to meal prep. Like, where should I get this? And I'm like, well,
We got
here's
you covered.
our brochure,
Yeah.
but yeah, you can really do anything with these salads, and I've turned a lot of kale haters into kale lovers.
Nice.
You're going to have to work on me. You're going to have to work on
Our
me.
dressings really disguise the bitterness, rubberiness of kale that people like steer away from.
Yep.
Because we use fresh squeezed lemon juice, it's not like the citric acid, so it definitely gives it a boost.
Sure.
I would say.
Sure.
It gives all our salads a boost.
It
I
does. It
think
really
so.
does. And when we process our stuff, the kale is actually snipped all by hand. We don't leave any stems in it.
Oh,
So
wow.
Yeah.
that's a big plus there.
It is.
Yeah.
Is there any points that we didn't touch on today at all? I mean, we covered quite a bit in your guys' journey.
Yes.
Is there anything that we may have missed or we want to let the viewers know, or any messages that we want to deliver to them about the
No,
company?
just if
Check our notes.
yeah, if
I
you're
don't think we.
if you're into eating healthy or want to get started, visit any one of our retailers. You
Sure.
could find any one of our retailers on our website,
That is.
as well as Nutritional Labels pretty soon. And try us out. See what you think. You won't know until you try them.
Right.
Yeah.
So
We
I was gonna say we'll have so the viewers know the webpage will be on there. It's gabbysgarden.com. Or I'm sorry, gabbysgardenfoods.com.
Yes.
It's Gabby's Garden on Instagram, so
Correct.
they can find you on
Yes.
that as well too, and see all the new cool things that you guys have
and
coming up.
look out for some dressings coming up real soon,
Yeah.
and a soup line in the near future.
Yeah, we're
Cool.
excited.
Yes.
Now, do you attribute these salads to your perfect complexion?
Yes. I try.
Glowing, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Water
Yeah.
and veggies.
Water.
Yes, absolutely.
But I would like to thank all of our, customers and consumers who enjoy our product, and because
Retail
you guys
partners.
our retail partners. You guys, we wouldn't be here without you.
Very nice.
And yeah,
We're your mom's fans without even knowing.
Yeah, right.
You guys will fall in love with her.
Yeah.
she's
So
fun.
we close out every show asking our guests what it's like for them to be Chaldean. So if you want to start,
Oh my god.
The true
What
movie.
is-
see, if you would have watched our shows till the end, then you would have known this was
You're
coming.
Right, you're right. Can you repeat the question?
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's start with that.
Yeah, what does it mean?
So what does it mean for you to be Chaldean?
Well, I mean, look, I'm very proud of being Chaldean. Being Chaldean, we're brought up a certain way. Our parents teach us how to work hard, be honest, live a good life, live an honest life, and just to work hard at what you're doing. And I think I've tried to implement all that, as well as, run that down to my kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I took all of that and just kind of went with it, worked hard all these years, and finally got to a place where I'm happy with what we're doing.
Awesome.
And, a lot of Chaldeans are hard workers, and that's why we're successful.
Yeah.
We're not afraid to roll up our sleeves and get down and dirty, to be
Right.
honest with you.
That's a
Yep.
Yeah, we're fighters.
Yep.
And I think that is part of our success, is we don't give up.
Right.
So,
For you.
yeah.
Young lady?
What it means to
Better be good, 'cause
Chaldean.
your dad-
Oh my
your dad
god,
knocked
he
it out of
took
the
all
park.
the ideas.
The shine.
You can do it.
Honestly, what it means to be Chaldean is just to, I feel like we're very, loving and proud. I wouldn't say prideful, but proud of who we are. We, teach, most of us are Catholic, so we're very big on religion, and if we follow the word of God, then we definitely, will spread love, not hate. I'm proud, to be a hard worker. Honestly, some people laugh and say, "Oh, you're, the son's supposed to be helping with the dad," and
He will.
but he will. But in the meantime, I'll be
You're doing great.
putting my
You're doing
nose
great.
in this business because my name's on the sign. So, honestly, yeah. That's
So there
about
was
it.
there was a story that I heard about the whole Kobe situation, where Kobe was asked about having a son, and you have to have one more child, and his daughter Gigi would say to carry on the legacy, and his daughter Gigi would say, "No, I got this.
Yeah.
So you got this."
I got
She's
this.
got this.
Yes, you do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
I like being involved. I think.
yeah, she does.
I know my boundaries.
She was pursuing something else,
Mhm.
but kind of veered off and said, "I like this
Yeah.
business, and I
Well,
want
I'm
to
sure
help."
your
and-
customers.
Still
I'm
might
sure your customers
happen.
thank you for taking letting that take a back seat to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go back for like a degree in food science, just so I can know a little bit
Good for
more
you.
about my business and the ins and outs.
Natasha could teach you or steer you in the right direction. I
Yeah,
think
she's
there.
really good.
Yeah,
she
she's
knows
awesome.
a lot about her nutrition. I watched her interview with you guys.
Yep.
Cool.
But yeah, thanks for
Awesome.
having us,
Thanks
guys.
for coming
Great
out
having
and
you guys.
sharing this beautiful.
Anybody want to just give a shout out?
Yeah,
before we
just
put-
if anybody out there has any questions about Gabby's garden, feel free to contact us.
Yeah.
Gabby or I
yeah.
will answer your questions, whether it's nutrition, finding the product, anything you might have a question on.
Awesome.
Awesome. It's great having you guys. We
Thank you guys.
We're
Thank you so
checking out
much.
now. You guys make sure you check out Gabby's garden in so many stores right now, and check their IG out or their webpage, and you'll be able to find this beautiful, clean, natural product. So, signing off. We'll see you. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for,
Appreciate
thanks for
it.
coming
Sorry,
on.
my hands like.
You ready to try some product?
Oh yeah. For sure.
I don't know.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.